This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
We have made it
That's
to
right.
Friday.
That's right. Good morning. It is Friday. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. A surprise for you comes today.
I love this. Is it a nap? Because we like those around here.
Yes.
That'd be great, too.
Let's get to that changing forecast on everyone's mind right now. Good morning, Wendy, in for John Scalzi.
Good morning. And we are still talking about fog this morning because it's patchy fog this morning, not a real concern for us as we had yesterday. So you will notice it as you're walking out the door this morning, and you may have to just give yourself a little bit of extra time once again. But we don't have any advisories out. What we do have is that cold front well to the north of us, and that frontal system is starting to make a move. So we are going to see some changing conditions throughout the day. We have cloudy weather in the forecast for most of the day, and our rain chances are going to be going up as the afternoon wears on and into the nighttime period. Overnight as well, we are going to be seeing showers and the possibility of thunderstorms moving across our area. Already we're starting to see some rain. We're starting to see it coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, and we're going to be getting more and more of these showers as the day progresses. But our temperatures are going to be warm once again. We are going to be looking at our readings back up into the upper 70s for daytime highs today. Stephanie?
Thank you very much, Wendy. Checking first alert traffic right now. All quiet in Manatee County. Just be aware of that fog out there right now. It will affect you as you go out the door this morning. Checking farther south into the northern half of Sarasota County. We'll check that now. I promise we will. Well, we won't. All right, 5:02 right now on your Friday morning.
It is our top story this hour. It's been nearly a month since a Manatee County man was found guilty of second-degree murder along with two others after gunning down a couple in their Bradenton during an armed burglary. We are going to have more information for you throughout the morning. We've got a big change that's going to be happening today. There will be in court. There will be sentencing later on, so we're going to have the latest update for you.
Yeah, new developments now and an unusual burglary in Manatee County.
It is. This is a strange one. This is a strange one. An unknown person entered the Bradenton Vet Hospital and stole a freezer unit from the secured facility there. Police released this photo of the burglar's truck. They think it may be a Nissan Frontier, which was last seen leaving the scene on 17th Avenue West. Now, if you guys have any information, you can call the number right there on your screen, or you can email your information to crimetips@cityofbradenton.com. And yesterday morning, Al Franken made a big declaration from the Senate floor.
He was one of two that resigned yesterday on Capitol Hill. Also, a congressman from Arizona resigned as well. And now we're hearing locally that the mayor of Venice had a picture that appeared that some are raising their eyebrows about. ABC's Rick Adams has that story.
Well, we did catch up with the mayor here about the photo, and what he says is that it's all a big misunderstanding. This is the picture that has surfaced. It shows Venice Mayor John Hollick grabbing the chest area of a woman. The mayor says what was in the woman's shirt were either balloons or small soccer balls, and his hand was placed on her chest.
My hand was on the dress, but the only thing that I would have felt would have been either the balloon or the shrunken athletic ball. I was not touching her breast.
Hollick says the picture was taken at least a year ago when he was in downtown Venice with his wife. That's when a group dressed as pirates approached them. One of the women recognized the mayor and wanted to take a picture with him.
I'm sorry that it happened. I can't apologize to the woman. I don't know who she is. I can apologize to the city that I let it happen.
Many folks we talked with near City Hall had mixed reaction to the picture. A lot of them saying more information needs to come out before any judgment is made. For Venice residents Sharon and Donald Matthews, they tell us they are disturbed by the picture.
Disgusted. I just don't understand why a man would put his hand any place around a woman's breast. I mean, that's just, you don't do it.
It's just unacceptable behavior to do that, joking or not.
When we asked the mayor if this is something where he feels he should step down from his position, this is what he told us.
If that's what the people, not a person, but if the people say something should be done, I will definitely listen. I mean, this is not a career for me. This is a job that I do with passion for the city.
And regarding who took the picture, the mayor says he doesn't know. Time will tell exactly how all this plays out. Reporting from Venice, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And the man accused of killing 4 people in Tampa is now formally indicted on 4 charges of premeditated first-degree murder in the Seminole Heights killings. Howell Donaldson III was formally charged in the deaths of Benjamin Mitchell, Monica Hoffa, Anthony Naboa, and Ronald Felton. Donaldson has been held without bond since his arrest on November 28th. He'll be arraigned next Tuesday. And now his parents may be in some trouble of their own. They were also in court yesterday to explain why they aren't cooperating with authorities. Prosecutors say Howell and Rosita Donaldson refused to answer questions during a meeting with investigators earlier this week. They say Donaldson's parents are committing contempt by not cooperating. But the Donaldson's lawyer says investigators are trying to divide the family by forcing the parents to testify against their son. All right, and a judge, of course, will determine whether a hearing should be held in the matter of the parents.
A Sarasota jury found a man guilty of killing 2 longtime neighbors in Newtown. Ronald Howard was convicted of the shooting deaths in 2015 on 33rd Street. The jury agreed he killed 65-year-old Johnny Campbell and 83-year-old Carlos Suarez Jr. According to police, the victims and Howard had known each other for quite some time. Prosecutors and relatives were pleased by the guilty verdict.
He was found to be guilty of premeditated murder in the first degree for both Johnny and Carlos, and also the fact that he had a weapon in his possession. He's a convicted felon 8 times over.
It's like a huge weight lifted off my chest, you know. It's been a long time. Like, we've been having a comeback for trial dates and stuff. It's been a lot, you know. I'm just glad that justice was served.
Howard will receive life in prison. Meantime, Sarasota County is trying to find a way to reduce the jail population without having to build a new facility. Some ideas include a work program, which would mean nonviolent offenders would do community service instead of serving jail time. This approach is working already in the DUI court. Revamping the mental health court has also been an option. The jail right now on Main Street has 867 inmates. It's a capacity of 1,000 total. Sharp turn here. Residents on Longboat Key could be reimbursed for removing Australian pine trees. According to the Observer newspaper, taxpayers could fund up to $60,000 for removing 40 trees on private property next year. The town is concerned the trees could threaten the infrastructure. Residents could be reimbursed up to $1,500 in exchange for their trees. A similar program 10 years ago removed 102 Australian pines.
And attention drivers, a construction project is now underway on I-275 at the Sunshine Skyway rest areas in Manatee and Pinellas counties. The Pinellas County Skyway rest area is closed for renovations. This as crews construct new rest areas, lighted parking lots, and repair a seawall there. The Manatee County rest area will also be updated to accommodate a new picnic pavilion. The closure is expected to last until next fall. Now, the fishing piers will remain open during that closure. The entire project is expected to be completed by fall of 2019.
Sarasota resident and co-founder of the Allman Brothers, Dickie Betts, may come out of retirement. Betts is one of the only surviving members of the Allman Brothers band, and occasionally he does some small gigs, but now he plans to make an announcement on his birthday next Tuesday. He last performed at Roberts Arena 3 years ago. Today, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office will hold its annual awards banquet. Awards include the Deputy of the Year, Employee of the Year, and Volunteer of the Year. We'll have the winners for you later today on ABC 7.
And also happening tomorrow, the Sarasota Police Department is hosting their 6th year of Shop with a Cop. SPD officers will be at local Target stores with 100 underprivileged children, covering the cost of Christmas toys and gifts for each one of them. The event will run throughout the day, and the children will all be able to have their holiday a little bit early.
Almost most impressive is it starts at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
goodness.
That is early.
Getting the kids out of bed and at the
You have
Target.
to get them up at 5, don't you,
Well,
to get somebody at 6 someplace?
The incentive
think
is,
so.
as a mother, incentive is free toys.
That is right. That's right. I mean, there's a lot of kids in need that wouldn't have many gifts if it wasn't for Shop with a Cop. So that's a good incentive to get out of bed in the morning.
Let me just tell you also, tomorrow morning, we're going to be talking about the forecast because things are changing starting today.
A little chilly.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. So
big change?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my kind of change.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
excited about this. Yes, I'm excited about what's coming. So we'll tell you what's happening in just a few minutes.
Also still ahead, first alert traffic and a preview of the weekend in our Suncoast scene.
That's right. And coming up a little later in the hour, we're going to take a look at the new round of congressional resignations. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye, and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
Well, today is going to be a little bit of a different day than it was yesterday. We still have the fog around, but most of this fog is beginning to break up. So we are looking at just patchy fog. We don't have any kind of developments around the area. We don't have to worry about any advisories, but we do have that cold front to our north, and it is now starting to make the move. So we're seeing the rain showers across the northern part of the state, and other showers are in advance of this front, moving across parts of the Tampa Bay area and over the central sections of our state. Mostly around Polk County is where we're seeing some of these showers. Others are forming out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and right now the winds are coming in out of the south, and so our temperatures are still very warm. We are getting plenty of cloud cover across the region, but we're not seeing so much in the way of rainfall right now. So showers are not showing up for us at this hour, but you know, you can see this cold front draped across the southeastern part of the country, and you can see all of the showers, and now we're starting to get a mix of snow and icy conditions also mixed in with all of this wet weather that's eventually going to be moving on down to the south. With the exception of the snow and the exception of the ice, we won't be seeing that here. So what we have over the next several hours is that as this front starts to get a little bit closer to us, we are going to be seeing our rain chances climb to about a 60% chance for later on today. And during the overnight time period, we have a 100% chance of those rain showers developing. And into the early morning hours on Saturday as well. And the concern is that some of these showers could turn into thunderstorms, and the possibility of severe weather is going to be pushed more down to the south. So we're looking at the possibility that we could see some of these showers getting to be on the stronger side. So this is what's going to be taking place throughout the overnight time period, and then you'll notice that by during the afternoon hours on Saturday, things start to clear up. We're starting to see clear skies over the northern part of the state, and eventually that front is going to be pushed all the way down to the south, and it just ushers in all of this colder weather that we've been talking about over the next couple of days. So you'll notice that the winds right now primarily coming in out of the south. We're going to start to see some showers developing across the area. We get a mix of clouds and some foggy weather throughout the afternoon hours, and then we're going to start to see the showers moving on through, and these thunderstorms, we're going to be getting pockets of heavier rains moving across the area during the overnight time period tonight, beginning at around 10 or 11. And you'll notice that thunderstorms are likely across central Florida, with a marginal chance down to the south. And then there's the possibility of tornadoes developing later out of our viewing area, but we'll be right on the edge of that. So that's something that we're going to be paying attention to. And over the next couple of days, you're going to notice the difference in our temperatures. We're going to see readings that are going to be only climbing up to 68 degrees on Saturday after a 78-degree high today. Stephanie?
All right, taking a look at our first alert traffic. Let's start north in Manatee County if you're heading into town this weekend. As always, Palmetto, Ellenton, if you're coming in from that area, it's going to be a little busy. Not running too bad right now, though. There is a little bit of congestion on 301, just past 38th Avenue. There is a little bit of construction there that is slowing things down. Heading into Sarasota, North County, not too bad. There's one little spot there on 41 in the Elwood Park area that's going to running a little bit slow on both sides, so you might want to watch out for that as well. And then in South County, also looking pretty good out there today. A little bit on the Bayfront area, a little congestion there, but overall not too bad, not nearly as bad as all that fog we had yesterday morning, thank goodness. All right, our top story this hour. It has been nearly a month since a Manatee County man was found guilty of second-degree murder, along with two others, after gunning down a couple in their Bradenton home during an armed burglary.
Now, even though the trio is caught on surveillance video outside the door, one of the jurors said that racism may have played a part in the jury's deliberation. Let's go live now to the Manatee County Courthouse, and Marla Spence with details. Marla?
Good morning to you, Ray and Stephanie. That's right. A judge here at the Manatee County Courthouse will be hearing arguments on whether the defense attorney for 21-year-old Jimmy McNair will be allowed to interview a juror this morning. Now, McNair was convicted along with two others in a deadly shooting and killing of Cantrell Brooks and Esther Dienas back in 2015. A juror in that trial raised concerns that racism may have played a role in that jury's deliberation back in November due to how she was treated. Now, that juror submitted a letter to the clerk of circuit court of Manatee County back in November 17th. In that letter, it details how she, as a jury, was poorly treated by other jurors, and she believes it was because of her race and her gender. Now, I spoke to her yesterday, and she tells me that she was the only African-American female on the jury, and she says that she believes that it was because of her gender and also her race. And in that letter, she also mentioned that she doesn't think someone could get fair trial based on how the other jurors treated her in that courtroom. Now, today's hearing starts at 9 o'clock this morning, and she tells me that she will not be in that hearing, but she says that her attorney will. Reporting live at Manatee County Courthouse, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Marla. We'll have more updates on that case throughout the morning. Well, from Sarasota Bay to theater stages to Roberts Arena, the Suncoast rolling out its holiday entertainment.
ABC 7's Linda Carson has our Suncoast scene.
Christmas music that brings back memories.
And the 18th annual Ditchville Family Christmas Show is here at the Sarasota Opera House Friday night at 7:30 and Saturday at 2 p.m. The amazing thing, everybody on that stage is really family.
The
the show as a spectacular traditional Christmas celebration. You know, there's a lot of folks who kind of miss the traditional music, and that's what we present. It's just old-fashioned stuff. It's the stuff you grew up with, the way you heard it. We do a lot of the holiday favorites and the most loved songs of Christmas.
And Show Folks, an organization of circus performers, celebrates their 50th anniversary with a gigantic show.
We have high wire artists, we have flying trapeze, we even have zebras, we've got unicycles. We're also going to have 2 rings of the Sailor Circus stars.
Plus Bello Knock and some of the biggest stars in the business. Show Folks Circus here at Roberts Arena, December 8th and 9th, 2 shows each day. And Leap and Lizards, Annie's at the Manatee Performing Arts Center through December 17th.
Maybe real nearby, he may be pouring her coffee, she may be straightening his tie.
I wanted to do something that was family friendly, and there's no better choice than Annie. It's feel good. It's so appropriate for young kids to come see, and it has a holiday theme to it built in.
There are 2 casts of kids. Elena Riff plays Annie. She sings Maybe.
Maybe is like Annie's feelings, wanting her parents to come and adopt her because they left her when she was like really small at an orphanage run by Miss Hannigan, apparently. And she really, really wants her parents to come back for her.
And the 1940s Radio Hour is now at the Players Center.
It has amazing holiday spirit. It has a great story. You actually get to care and feel for the people that are doing this radio show. And then it also has the big band sound. We have a great 16-piece live orchestra on stage.
And we have something special here on the Suncoast that they don't have up north. They may have snowmen and sledding, but we have the Sarasota Boat Parade of Lights. This is the 32nd year. It's going to come right in front of Marina Jack, circle around in Bayfront Park. It starts at 6 p.m. and you are going to see something spectacular. This is guaranteed to get you in the holiday spirit. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Now, we didn't have boat parades in Buffalo and in Michigan, did we?
You know, we didn't. They're more like on the ice parades. That's about all we had up there. That's why I love the boat parades down here. Good reminder.
This weekend's ice festivals.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yay. You'll be cold. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast in Tech Bites, we've got the list of the most downloaded apps of the year.
And next half hour, we'll tell you how Congress managed to avert a shutdown, at least for now. Those stories and more when we come back.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
And it was Venice's turn to get into the holiday spirit last night at the annual Christmas walk in downtown Venice.
The event featured live entertainment, food and drinks, decorations, and much more. Venice Avenue was lit up, and Santa and Mrs. Claus also made an appearance. Beautiful. Old Florida right there.
Yes, it is.
Hey, look at that. You've made it.
Hey, I finally made the picture. Feel officially official now.
We added you in there. Post-production, we never posed
Right.
together, though.
The magic of Photoshop.
It really is. So you can check out Stephanie's page now as well as John's and mine. So when you get a chance, go to Facebook, and we'll do our Facebook Live later on this morning at 8 o'clock on the ABC7 page.
That's right. We do that every Friday now, right?
Yeah, viewers' chance to ask you questions directly.
I love that. And of course, for all the latest breaking news, local news, weather, and so much more, just download the updated version of our ABC7 app. If you've got an iPhone, you just need to re-download the app. If you've got an Android, you're all set. Yours will be updated automatically. All right, it is around 5:17 this morning, and we are hoping that ABC7 app made that list.
Today in Tech Bites, here are the most downloaded apps of the year.
In today's Tech Bites, a huge order for Tesla's new semi-truck.
Anheuser-Busch is purchasing 40 of the company's new all-electric semis. The trucks cost $180,000 each.
The beer giant says the company is hoping to reduce fuel costs. The new vehicles are expected to hit the road sometime in 2019.
Apple is out with its list of most downloaded apps of the year. Bitmoji was #1.
The app makes cartoon pictures that look like you. Snapchat came in at #2, YouTube #3.
Check out this invention made especially for the would-be groom, a cell phone case that can hide an engagement ring.
It allows the user to stream live or record the proposal and capture the reaction, all while popping the question. It's called the Rock Shock, and it sells for about $40.
Is this how it works?
But it cannot make her say yes. Something like that.
Okay.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
No.
Tech Bites, brought to you by the American Cancer Society.
I just finished months of chemo, but I don't want to talk about months. I want to talk about years. Treatments have gotten better, so I'm hoping for good years ahead. That's thanks to research funded by the American Cancer Society. The same folks giving me free rides to treatments, insurance advice, and a place to stay during chemo. I need that stuff like you don't know. And now that you do, please give at cancer.org.
Nature's Bounty Lutein Blue helps protect eyes from damaging blue light, filtering it out to help you continue enjoying your screens. Or you could just put your phones down and talk to each other. Nature's Bounty Lutein Blue, because you're better off healthy.
Girl, I say we'd run away to be wherever our adventure waits.
Wherever life takes us, we go together. Interwoven, exclusively at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now. Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays from ABC 7.
Coming up this morning on Good Morning Suncoast, hurricane-force winds have caused those California wildfires to take a devastating turn.
Plus, 2 arrests in Sarasota County for skimming at the gas pumps. We'll tell you which stations were targeted.
And the government has narrowly averted a shutdown this weekend. We're going to tell you just how that happened. We've got the latest this morning on those stories and so much more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
We are here for you.
We are. Welcome back this morning. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. December the 8th, John Scalzi continues his vacation. Well, Wendy has to deal with the fog outside and tell us all about that.
Oh, yeah. It's foggy once again. It's not as bad as yesterday.
No, not nearly as bad.
It's really mostly cloudy weather that we're dealing with right now. We don't have the visibility problems that we had yesterday, and we have moderate temperatures. At this hour, it's 73 degrees out there. Humidity is high. The dew point is high. The winds are coming in out of the south at around 8 miles per hour, and we are looking at very calm conditions before what is about to take place for us later on today. So you'll see in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice right now, temperatures are in the low 70s. We're going to continue to warm up, though, today.
All right, Wendy, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic right now. Little buildup there in Palmetto that should clear up before you know it. Otherwise, no problems right now in Manatee County. Checking farther south, Lakewood Ranch, some problems getting in and out of that diverging diamond. That was not the promise. Otherwise, pretty clear in northern Sarasota County. And farther south, we'll check the final map of the day, and we'll see quite a buildup already on 41. Looks like it's the southbound lane as you head toward South Venice.
Our top story this half hour. It's been nearly a month since a Manatee County man was found guilty of second-degree murder, along with 2 others, after gunning down a couple in their Bradenton home during an armed burglary.
Even though the trio was caught on surveillance video, and you're about to see it, one of the jurors said that racism could have played a role in the jury's deliberation. Our Marla Spence explains. She is live right now outside the Manatee County Courthouse. Marla?
Good morning to you, Ray and Stephanie. That's right. This is the letter that juror submitted to the clerk of Circuit Court of Manatee County on November 17th. In this letter, it's detailing why she believes that racism might have played a role in this case. And she says that she believes that she was poorly treated as a juror by other jurors, and she thinks it's because of her race and her gender. Now, she is one of the juries that was on the Jimmy McNair trial, and McNair was convicted along with 2 others in a fatal shooting of Cantrell Brooks and Esther Deanis back in 2015. I spoke with that juror on yesterday, and she tells me that she was the only African-American woman on that jury trial out of 14 other jurors. Now, in the letter that she submitted to the courts, she mentioned that she doesn't think someone could get a fair trial based on how she believes she was viewed in that courtroom. Now, today, a hearing will be set to happen at 9 o'clock this morning, and that juror will not be in that hearing, but she says her attorney will. Reporting live outside of the Manatee County Courthouse, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Marla. Now for the latest on sexual harassment-linked resignations in Congress.
What a day on Capitol Hill. A senator and a congressman both resigned yesterday. That doesn't happen too often.
No.
ABC's Arlette Saenz has the story.
Franken, make a pass. Calling it the worst day of his political life, Senator Al Franken acknowledged it's time to go.
In the coming weeks, I will be resigning as a member of the United States Senate.
8 women have accused the Minnesota Democrat of sexual misconduct. Franken has apologized for some of his behavior, but was clear.
Some of the allegations against me are simply not true.
Franken bowed to pressure from dozens of his colleagues to step down.
Enough is enough.
But took this parting shot at President Trump and Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore.
I, of all people, am aware that there is some irony in the fact that I am leaving while a man who has bragged on tape about his history of sexual assault sits in the Oval Office, and a man who has repeatedly preyed on young girls campaigns for the Senate with the full support of his party.
The president and Moore each face multiple allegations of sexual misconduct, allegations they deny. And now, Republicans are seeing the first in their party to fall on Capitol Hill. Arizona Congressman Trent Franks announced he'll step aside as he faced an ethics investigation. In a statement, Franks acknowledged the inquiry regarding his discussions of surrogacy with 2 female subordinates, making each feel uncomfortable. Franks insists, "I have absolutely never physically intimidated, coerced, or had or attempted to have any sexual contact with any member of my congressional staff." And one other lawmaker is also under scrutiny, Republican Blake Farenthold. The House Ethics Committee has started an investigation to look into allegations Farenthold may have sexually harassed a former staffer and potentially retaliated against her for complaining. At least 2 of his colleagues have called for Farenthold to resign. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the government has avoided a shutdown, at least for now. The original deadline was Saturday at midnight, but Congress approved a funding bill that keeps things afloat for a little longer. The House and Senate voted in favor of a measure that keeps federal agencies up and running at least until December 22nd. But in order to pass a long-term spending bill, Republican and Democratic leaders now have to hammer out policy differences. And although the GOP has majorities in both houses of Congress, they can't get to 60 votes. That's the magic number needed to pass a spending bill in the Senate without some bipartisan support. Now, over the next 2 weeks, they're going to debate issues like defense spending and immigration, with Democrats saying the deferred action for childhood arrivals is their big must-have issue.
Well, this just in overnight, firefighters across Southern California are continuing their battle against 6 major wildfires, and hurricane-force winds are making their job all the more challenging. State fire officials tweeted that the new fires in San Diego and Riverside counties are now being fanned by continued winds and low humidity. The fires have consumed nearly 120,000 acres, and at least 500 buildings have been destroyed. 20,000 homes are at risk, and more than 200,000 people have been forced from their homes. And worse, the fire could burn for at least 2.5 more weeks.
There's a lot of potential for some large fire growth on the north and west side of this fire in the next 24 to 48 hours.
This predicted wind event should last through Saturday. So we've got several days before we're out of the woods.
More than 260 schools are closed today. Residents are told to limit their time outdoors. Look at this. This is a 747 that's been converted to drop nearly 19,000 gallons of flame retardant to combat the wildfires. Problem is, it wasn't able to be deployed until late yesterday. Those high winds have not only fanned the flames, but have also grounded that airplane. The super tanker took off with 2 drops yesterday, and it's not able to be deployed at night. So far, the super tanker has dropped about 700,000 gallons of flame retardant to fight those fires in California. That's so far this year, actually. A Volkswagen senior manager has been sentenced to 7 years in a U.S. prison for concealing software that was used to get around pollution limits on nearly 600,000 diesel vehicles. Oliver Schmidt was head of the VW's Engineering and Environmental Office in Michigan from 2012 to 2015. The government says Schmidt misled U.S. investigators and destroyed documents as well. An American Airlines scheduling glitch will now cost the company millions of dollars. A recent J.P. Morgan report estimates that the airline will pay about $10 million for the scheduling error. You might recall last week the pilots union revealed that thousands of holiday flights weren't staffed due to a scheduling mix-up. So to solve that, American and the union negotiated a pay increase for pilots who offered to fly the unassigned flights. They say no flights now will be canceled. While many brick and mortar stores are closing, Dollar General has announced plans to open hundreds of more stores again next year. The discount chain announced plans to open 900 stores next year for the second year in a row. Dollar stores are one of the few retail groups that are thriving, while many traditional brick and mortar stores have been eclipsed by the growth of e-commerce. The company says by the end of the year, more than 3 in 4 Americans will live within 5 miles of a dollar store. Back in this area, 2 Miami men are charged with installing skimming devices at 3 Sarasota gas stations. Deputies recovered 2 skimming devices, cordless drills, and keys that give access to gas pumps after a search of a car allegedly belonging to Michelle Verona Cervera and Yoyandi Prados. Detectives say they installed gas skimmers at the Sunoco and Citgo stations on Bee Ridge Road, as well as the 7-Eleven on South Trail. Now, customers who have bought gas at those locations are encouraged to check their bank statements for possible suspicious transactions.
No more falling back or springing forward. State Senator Greg Steube is going after daylight saving time. Steube is filing a bill in the Senate that would end turning the clocks back in the fall and then ahead each spring.
And they said, why is it that we have to change our clocks back? We don't appreciate it at all. We don't like it. It's a pain.
All right, only 2 other states, Arizona and Hawaii, do not observe daylight saving time.
He's concerned about the little kids at the bus stop, I guess. That's the concern.
Right, yes, being dark, like especially when it goes back and it's a little darker in the mornings.
Yes.
Yeah, very interesting to see how that turns out.
Dark and fog today.
Today it's foggy, but not as bad as yesterday.
No,
we don't have any advisories or anything like that for the fog this morning, but oh boy, are things about to change.
She's
and I'm going to have
this.
your first alert forecast. Yeah. I'm loving it. It's my time.
Yeah, finally
it's
yours.
My time.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Also ahead, first alert traffic, and the number of patients with Alzheimer's is likely to grow, according to a new report.
We'll tell you why cases could double over the coming decades. It's up next in our Health Smart.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month.
You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Well, we do have some cloudy weather out there this morning. We also have some patchy fog as well. And we're looking at some showers that have been developing and moving across over central Florida right now, over Polk County and Hillsborough County. Nothing really affecting our area at this point, but we are going to be seeing the opportunity for showers and also thunderstorms developing later on today. So that cold front is finally on the move, and even though it's not really affecting us right now, we are going to feel the effects of it later on today. And once again, we are looking at the messy weather all across the southeast with a combination of snow and ice and rain from Texas all the way across parts of Florida and into the Carolinas. Now, we are not seeing the snow, we're not seeing the icy conditions here, of course, but we are going to start to feel much colder over the next upcoming days. Not today. Today, we're still going to be on the warm side. So what we've got going on is we've got the front still just to the south of this band of rain. It's already draped across the state of Florida, and it is going to be moving on down to the south later on today. We're going to start to see this front moving on through, and that is what is going to give us the opportunity for some showers to develop across central and south Florida into the nighttime hours and into the morning hours tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a night and overnight and morning kind of a situation as the next 24 hours develop. We've got a series of low pressure systems moving along this front, helping to set up the showers that we're going to be seeing. But then by tomorrow afternoon, we're going to start to break out. We're going to start to see the sunshine, and we're also going to start to get those colder temperatures ushered on in behind the front. You can see over the northern part of the state down through central Florida, things are going to start to clear out by about 2:30 in the afternoon. And then on Sunday, we're going to see plenty of sunshine around, windy conditions and colder temperatures. But right now, we're getting the winds coming in out of the south, and that's helping to keep those temperatures on the upside for us. Already, temperature readings are in the 70s for us this morning. But then what's going to happen is that those winds are going to start to shift around once this cold front comes on through, and we're going to get more of a northwesterly front or a more northwesterly wind coming on in, and it's going to be on the stronger side as well. So you can see the showers are going to be developing. We've got the opportunity for some thunderstorms, and down to the south it will be more marginal, but there is also the opportunity for some tornadoes out of our viewing area, and rainfall amounts are going to be a little bit heavier as a result of this rain event that's going to be taking place for our area. This is what we can expect over the next couple of days. We're going to be looking at temperatures that are going to be warm today, but much colder starting tomorrow.
And in your ABC7 First Alert traffic, not too bad actually for a Friday morning. If you're coming in from Ellington and Palmetto, you have a little bit of slowdown, but actually it's looking pretty good out there today. And then in the next map in northern Sarasota County, not too bad again there today. Just a little bit of a slowdown right there on 70 past Lorraine. And then in South County, actually it's looking really good in South County, so not too bad of a commute today, not nearly as bad with all that fog that we had yesterday, so looking good out there on the roads. In this hour's Health Smart, 50 million Americans could be in the early stages of Alzheimer's disease. A study from UCLA combined past research plus new findings from the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. While a large number of those in the study with Alzheimer's symptoms didn't develop the disease later, it's estimated that by 2060, 15 million people may actually be diagnosed with the disease. Now, to compare, last year, 6 million were diagnosed with Alzheimer's. The reason cited for this increased rate? Well, late baby boomers reaching older ages and living longer.
In Tallahassee, 2 Democratic state lawmakers announced a plan for a constitutional amendment to expand Medicaid. The bill would ask voters to decide whether the state should extend Medicaid coverage to more than 800,000 additional low-income residents. Supporters say if the legislature won't approve it, perhaps the voters will.
We should provide them with the expansion of Medicaid so that these 877,000 Floridians are not left in this gap without health insurance. Many of them going to our local hospitals when they get sick, and then who ends up paying the bill? The rest of us, the taxpayers.
A few years ago, the state Senate passed a Medicaid expansion bill, but the House voted it down.
And meet Loka, a 4-month-old female Staffordshire Bull Terrier who's getting a special surgery at UC Davis. Now, poor Loka, she was bitten by another dog so severely the right side of her skull and her jaw had extensive damage. She also had multiple puncture wounds on her face and on her neck. But luck is on her canine side thanks to the development of a 3D printed mask. Check this out. UC Davis staff have collaborated over the years to develop 3D printed skull models, and Loka gets to be the first to receive one. As soon as she arrived at the hospital, students were ready to print the mask based on her exact specifications from a CT scan, so it fits precisely to her. Developers say the mask will then help in healing her fractures, a lot like the way a cast helps our leg fractures heal a little bit better. After a 3-day hospital stay, doctors say Loka is doing much better these days.
Here's a cute story. Orlando doctors came to the rescue of a severely wounded elf on a shelf. Seven-year-old Aubrey Thielen awakened to her dog Zoe attacking her elf on the shelf named Sam. Thankfully, her mother is a nurse at the hospital, so he was quickly brought into a trauma bay for surgery. The little doll was. And since elf rules state that Sam can't be touched, the team secured a pair of special gloves directing from Santa. In the end, Sam was all patched up and was even treated with magical medical glitter. Sam is now back on the shelf, out of the dog's reach.
Right, you don't mess with the elves. You can't touch them. You have to sprinkle them. There are some rules to the elf, so I'm glad it's doing okay.
I didn't know those rules.
Oh, there's lots of rules.
Still had your top local news headlines. And do you have game like these basketball grannies?
I'm going to say no. We are going to introduce them to you right after this.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new adventure. From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in. Tune in to Animal Outtakes to find out what they have to say. Watch Animal Outtakes every week on ABC7.
Here are some of the top stories that we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
Sarasota County Sheriff deputies arrested 2 men for putting skimming devices on 3 area gas stations. Check your statements if you charge for gas on Bee Ridge, either at Citgo or Sunoco, or on 7-Eleven on the South Trail.
And also how the government narrowly averted a shutdown, at least for now anyway.
And Sarasota County resident and co-founder of the Allman Brothers, Dickie Betts, may come out of retirement. He plans to make an announcement next Tuesday on his birthday.
Finally this hour, these grannies in La Crosse, Wisconsin are reliving their glory days by forming a basketball club, and even the rules are old school. They're actually modeled after basketball's 1920s era rules. There's even a rule called the flesh foul, meaning you can't show any skin on that basketball court. They even decided a team name. It's the La Crosse Does, and it originates from the nearby Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh,
Get it?
nice.
The Bucks and the Does. Get out there. That's so good, too. All that physical exercise keeps you young.
No flesh.
Yes.
No
flesh.
No.
More on those foggy conditions and local news after this. Good morning. It is Friday.